Namaskar. Right Reverend Stephen, Bishop of Isol, and Father Joachim, Episcopal Vicar of Barak Valley, as well as Sister Lucia's Provincial, all sisters, brother priests, and all friends here present. Actually, your Bishop Stephen spoke so beautifully and so extensively that the nuncio has nothing to say. So, just a few words. First of all, to say that I am proud now to wear your uborial and chappy hat. And I can assure you that I can wear chappy the whole day, but not in the night. It's very difficult to sleep with chappy on the head. As well as I'm sure that when I will meet again Pope Francis and with chappy on my head, he will be surprised and say, okay, I sent an Italian nuncio to India, and now we have an Assamese nuncio. So that is the joy also of our gathering here today. I'm very pleased and happy to share with you these few days and learn also for your rich culture, as Bishop Stephen mentioned. In this religious and cultural setting, I offer you my greetings of friendship, respect, and fraternal love, also on behalf of Pope Francis. I appreciate very much your spirit, the spirit of Barak Valley, spirit of fraternity, hospitality, and I would say also joy, love, welcoming, very much spirit of goodness, as you underline, dear Bishop. Pope Francis exhorts us to promote our way of being a church, so that all of us, bishops, the priest, clergy, religious and lay faithful, we have to journey together, pray together, walk together, work together, listen carefully to one another, help one another, and actively participate in the life and mission of the Church. The Church is like a beacon. Oh, here, Barak Valley is not near to the sea, so we don't have a beacon here. But sometimes on the hill we have lights, and lights up in the hill is attracting our attention. So the church should be like that, light up on the hill and radiates the light of faith, and thus responds to the deepest and truest desires of the human heart, giving meaning and hope to the lives of individuals and families. That is the mission of the Church, to be light to illuminate the life of people, the light to attract people to the values of the gospel. So let us work together, let us be united. If we stay united, then we will discover the right path. Let us ask God for the gift of peace And let us pray peace, especially in the world, but especially, as you know, in Ukraine. And let us pray to him that he may make us instruments of peace in a world still torn by hatred, divisions, selfishness, and greed. Let us be good testimony of love also in this, I would say, sometimes environment of divisions. So may we become powerful instruments of God's amazing light and use our talents and God's given gifts for His greater glory. I conclude by showing my deep appreciation for this lovely cultural program you have prepared, depicting also the great values of your culture. The dances, the performance and dances we watch together are very meaningful. I found in these dances, first of all, the value of life. Life is something that matters, that we have to treasure. So the dance in your cultural environment is focusing of life as something that we have to care, to transmit. The dance is often depicting the dynamics between a couple of young people, men, women, but it's very rich of life, of love, as well as the sense of belonging to a group, to a specific tribe, and be proud also of the cultural values that is present in this, in all the specific tribes. So I appreciate it very much. I enjoyed very much the dances that you perform, and you have my deep gratitude and appreciation. So may the Lord grant you His light and give you the grace to seek Him with all your heart, always. And may God bless you. Donavad.
We have a, no,
I request His Excellency to remain on the dais in order to hand over the certificates of appreciation to the catechists and church leaders. There are numerous people who contribute to the growth and development of the church. Catechists and church leaders are few among them who selflessly rendered their service to the church and communities. So I request His Excellency to hand over the certificates of appreciation. In order to save time, I request one representative from each parish to come up and collect the certificates. From Silchar Parish, Catechist Anthony Kongla. From Borunga and Dolu Parish, Catechist Kelius Pothmi. From Hailandi Parish, Catechist Jalabas Tongper. From Kabuganj Parish, Mr. Wilson Suma. From Maningban Parish, Catechist Moni Halam. And from Pelapul Parish, Mr. Andreas Mar. I call up the name once again. From Silchar Parish, Catechist Anthony Kongla. From Borunga and Dolu Parish, Catechist Kelius Pothmi. From Hailandi Parish, Catechist Jalabas Tongper. From Kabuganj Parish, Mr. Wilson Suma. From Maningban Parish, Catechist Andrew Moni Halam. And from Pelapul Parish, Mr. Andreas Mar. From Badarpur Parish, Mr. Blue Dhar. I request. I request all the representatives to stay back for the photograph. I request.
I didn't know I'll be given the chance to speak, but thank you for this surprise, given the chance to. But when it comes from the heart, it's more genuine and authentic, I believe that. So that is what I'm speaking now today. God is good. I agree fully with the Nuncio. God is the origin of all that is good and all that is holy and all that is beautiful. I'll comment on that at the end. Today, as Nuncio what he said was so impressive. You know, Diocese of Silchar had a very humble beginning from Havlon with Monsignor Breen. Began, and then in 1969, 53 years ago precisely, our Diocese of Silchar was born with the father of our diocese, whom today we remember with fond memories, the Most Reverend Bishop Denzel de Souza, the father of the diocese, whom we fondly call as the father of the diocese, because he was the one who started from nothing with candlelight, going by bicycle. When Silchar and Holy Cross left, there was nothing practically except few houses. So that's how he nurtured and built this our diocese of Silchar, including Mizoram and Barak Valley. So years have gone by, and 25 years have passed, even after bifurcation of this Aizawl diocese, when the Apostolic See was shifted to Aizawl and Aizawl Agartala with the new bishop, the men. So all this has come back, flashed back to my mind today as we gather in this big number. What a joy. Heart is throbbing with joy today. And we have had the visits also, we're blessed. I don't know how many dioceses would have the visit of the Nuncio. Not only one time, not only two times, but the third time this time. So we also remember down the memory lanes, 2000, just when I was 5 years a bishop, Nuncio Lopez Quintana visited us, and I remember the real gathering. That time we were much fewer, of course, and I remember Father Thomas Artisher was a parish priest, how much they were given that time, 2000, more than almost 15 years ago, and the MC sisters and all the sisters and all the possible people gathered, and it was a very memorable visit. And that was the time when we gathered, speaking of, the special need and attention that we need here and so on. Way back 15 years ago, we had put that. And after that, 10 years ago, 2015, Salvatore Pinocchio, also very friendly and warm nuncio who came to visit us. And the same process, we began here, and then we traveled by road to nuncios and proceeded. And we miss, of course, the Nuncio Giambattista. Because of COVID, he could not, would have invited, because of that we could not, so we missed him. So all the nuncios, I think. And now, to top it all, we're so fortunate and so lucky, in God's blessing, to have the present nuncio in the person of Most Reverend Leopoldo Girelli. I'll speak a little background about him. What I'd like to say today is now, after the bifurcation of Agartala from what used to be the Silchar, now it's Aizawl Diocese, which is comprised of Mizoram region. We'll be going tomorrow, the whole 8 or 11 districts there, the whole of the state of Mizoram, where I come from, and this Barak Valley remains as it is now. And this, we are richly blessed, as Nuncia already mentioned during the Mass, that, you know, Northeast has a population of about 4 or 5% of the national population. But when it comes to ethnic diversities and cultural richness, it contributes to 40% of the whole of India. Do you believe that? The whole Northeast here. Northeast, about 4% population of the national, 1 billion point something now. But when it comes to cultural diversity and richness, we contribute more than 40. You may know, I think Dr. Buzz Thomas and all the lecturers and professors, those who are in the academic circle would know better, the statistics. There are over 200 tribes and different language and tribes and dialects and so on in the Northeast.